It's Thursday, February 20. In the headlines, the Planning Institute of Jamaica says Jamaica is set to record economic growth in January to March quarter. Jamaica Constabulary Force acquires 274 new vehicles. In business news, financial results continue to be released. Regionally, efforts of climate change on the region highlighted at 48th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of Caricom. And in sports, National Stadium track to be resurfaced in time for champs. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Jamaica is set to record economic growth in the January to March 2025 quarter, within the range of 0.1 to 1%. That's the word from the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ. PIOJ's Director General, Dr. Wayne Henry, made the disclosure during the agency's quarterly media briefing at the Institute's office in New Kingston on Wednesday. He said the anticipated growth is based on expectations of continued increase in trade, higher domestic demand driven by increased employment, and a recovery in industries impacted by weather events.
This performance will be supported by continued growth in the economies of Jamaica's main trading partners, which augurs well for increased external demand, higher domestic demand stemming from increased employment levels, increased economic activities spurred by higher levels of business and consumer confidence as firms continue to invest to meet higher domestic and external demand.
On the other hand, the economy is reported to have contracted by 1.08% for the last quarter of the calendar year 2024. Dr. Henry, commenting on arguments floating in the public domain about whether or not the local economy had fallen into a recession, said that given the entity's technical assessment, Jamaica was not in a recession.
The primary reasons for these quarterly contractions were the shocks to the economy as a result of Hurricane Beryl in July 2024 and the subsequent hydrological events, including Tropical Storm Raphael in November 2024. Given the nature of these shocks, it is likely that the impact will be temporary and will be reversed in the near term.
Dr. Henry attributed high levels of employment as well as increased business and consumer confidence as the reasons behind the rebound.
The unemployment rate for October 2024 is 3.5%, and employers have also lamented challenges and shortages in filling some vacant positions. This suggests that despite the temporary contraction in output, the labor market continues to remain robust and may be considered a lead indicator of a return to growth in the short term. This is also supported by the most recent data on business and consumer confidence levels, which indicate positive sentiments by both consumers and businesses regarding current and future economic prospects.
The development of the Grand Palladium Hotel and Resorts in Hanover, Jamaica, is set to generate approximately 1,500 direct jobs, along with 2,600 to 5,700 indirect employment opportunities. The group officially broke ground on Tuesday for the major expansion project that will add over 948 new rooms. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, who attended the event, says it signifies growth for the brand and marks another significant investment in Jamaica. The Prime Minister says the development shows confidence in Jamaica as a destination for investment.
This expansion project aligns seamlessly with our new national pivot towards robust and inclusive growth.
With plans in place for the construction of 6 hotels set to begin during the new fiscal year, bringing foreign direct investment of $2.5 billion and 10,000 new jobs. Dr. Holness says this week's groundbreaking is a significant one.
500 million euros is a big vote on Jamaica.
Noting that 600 housing facilities will be provided with this new development, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says Jamaicans remain the center of all investment deals in the sector.
And when we discussed in Fitur, Excellency, that was a hard part of the agreement. Every investor that will come to Jamaica from henceforth must have a component for housing and for linkages with the sectors of the economy.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, now have more wheels on the ground due to the acquisition of 274 new vehicles. The new vehicles, 121 pickup trucks, 55 sport utility vehicles, 3 coaster buses, 5 highest buses, and 90 motorcycles were purchased at a cost of $1.7 billion. Speaking at the official handover ceremony at the Police Commissioner's headquarters in Kingston, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang said the government is committed to providing members of the police force with the tools they need to execute their duties. Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake says the value of the investment is significant and a demonstration of the government's support and dedication to strengthening the national security framework. Pregnant women are being urged to take early action in managing their health, especially those at high risk, as preeclampsia and eclampsia remain leading causes of maternal and newborn complications. More in this report from Danita Rodney.
Speaking at a recent JIS think tank, Dr. Carol Lord, public health specialist at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, stressed the importance of early detection.
Know your risk to mothers. Get regular antenatal checkup. The second thing I would say, eat well and stay active. And I want to say, watch for warning signs and speak up.
Dr. Lord outlined the key steps for recognizing high-risk pregnancies.
1, if I don't have any children. At first, the nulliparous women, they are at risk. Teenage pregnancy, the elderly mothers, you're at risk. If you had a high blood pressure in previous pregnancy, you're at risk. If you have a family history of high blood pressure, you're at risk. If you have a new partner, you can also be at risk. If you had spacing between your pregnancies of 10 years, you can be at risk. So once you recognize you're at risk, you should be able to seek help immediately. You should not be really at a regular antenatal clinic. You should be at a high-risk clinic. So if you find that there's sudden swelling of your hands, your feet, or your face, you have blurred vision, do not wait. Don't watch it.
She also stressed the role of proper nutrition in maintaining a healthy pregnancy.
Good nutrition is one of the best defenses. Pregnant women should eat more fruits and vegetables, reduce salt intake, stay hydrated with plenty of water, avoid alcohol and smoking, as these worsen the condition, and engage in gentle physical activity like walking to help control the blood pressure.
Dr. Lord encouraged mothers to watch for warning signs and speak up at the first sign of trouble.
It is critical to recognize symptoms early, like severe headache that do not go away with the regular Panadol or paracetamol, the blurred vision, the dizziness, severe belly pain, sudden swelling of the hands and feet. These are all warning signs for preeclampsia, and so you should be able to seek care. Do not stay at home. Go straight to the hospital because early treatment can save the life of both mother and the baby. Taking care of the vulnerable pregnant woman is not just a mother's responsibility.
500 truckloads of waste are being transferred from the Morant Bay landfill in St. Thomas to the Riverton landfill in Kingston. Speaking during the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation's monthly meeting in Morant Bay last week, Public Cleansing Inspector in charge of Western St. Thomas, Kashayan Grosset, informed that the project is ongoing, and he's urging residents to dispose of their garbage responsibly.
If you notice and hear are being used for illegal dumping, please, we're asking for you to report it to the local authorities immediately. We're also asking for us to come together to encourage our neighbors and family members to dispose of their waste responsibly, and reminding them about the importance of using designated waste collection points.
He notes that there have been significant improvement in the National Solid Waste Management's collection schedule over the past month.
Over the past month, we have seen significant improvement in our collection schedules due to the implementation of our night collection in some communities, specifically or especially on the eastern side of the parish. This change has led us to a notable decrease in our backlogs, even reaching a point where they were reported no backlogs.
According to Mr. Grosset, a comprehensive report on the plan to move hundreds of truckloads of waste from St. Thomas to Kingston is expected to be delivered by March. Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's business report. Let's dive into the top headlines. We're still in earnings seasons, and the corporate entities are reporting financial results that speak to their ability to manage in this economy. First up, Spur Tree Spices Jamaica Limited unaudited financials for the 12 months ended December 31, 2024 reports a 17% increase in the year-end net profit ending December 31, 2024. Next, Medical Disposables and Supplies Limited unaudited financials for the 9 months ended December 31, 2024 reports a 9-month net loss of $103.36 million. Then Jamaica Fiberglass Products Limited unaudited financials for the year ending December 31, 2024 reports a year-end net loss of $106.86 million. And Victoria Mutual Investments Limited unaudited financials for the 12 months ended December 31, 2024 reports 168% increase in year-end profit. For the trading period ending February 19, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Advertising agency One Great Studio Company Limited with 5,037,700 units traded, representing 21.20% of market sales volume. Alternative energy provider Wigton Energy Limited with 4,992,597 units traded, representing 21.01% of market sales volume. Elasco Distributors Limited with 4,028,797 units traded, representing 16.95% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rates set by the Bank of Jamaica. On February 19, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $52.82 million was purchased and US $67.97 million was sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earned $1.55 per dollar, selling the US at $158.42 and buying the US at $156.87. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders 67 cents per transaction, with selling at $111.73 and buying at $111.06. The British pound yielded Forex traders $3.24 in profits, with selling at $197.62 and buying at $194.38. For our credit report tip of the day, from lower interest rates to greater borrowing power, the effort you put in today to improve your credit paves the way for substantial financial rewards down the road. Let's look at how we can make positive changes. First, increased financial security. A healthy credit score can act as a safety net during economic uncertainties. Or you can consider improved business opportunities. There's easier access to capital that can fuel entrepreneurship ventures. And then there's another benefit of a reduced risk of debt traps. A good credit score can help you avoid high interest debt cycles.
In regional news, at the opening of Caricom's 48th regular meeting, Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell spotlighted the region's climate crisis and the need for stronger partnerships. Citing the devastation of Hurricane Beryl, he urged collective action on climate change. He also reaffirmed Caricom's support for Haiti, emphasizing that much of the country's turmoil is beyond the control of its people.
In fact, we are not asking for sympathy. We are asking for partnership. And make no mistake about it, we have one planet. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'm not going to live on Mars. And so it may be the Caribbean islands today, or the islands in the Pacific tomorrow, or Spain, or New Orleans, or Australia. It is one planet. And we are simply asking for partnership in tackling the challenges of climate change and in protecting and sustaining the lives, the livelihoods, and the cultures of the people who are most prone to devastating impacts. Our brothers and sisters in Haiti deserve the right to life, to liberty, to decent healthcare, housing, education, and to the preservation of their culture. Because make no mistake, Haiti symbolizes the revolution that changed this part of the world. Had it not been for Haiti, the idea that one human being could own another human being as chattel slavery and put him to work for their profit may very well still be persisting.
The European Union is strengthening ties with the Caribbean. European Commission President, Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, addressed Caricom leaders in Barbados, stressing the need for closer collaboration. She highlighted the need for strong EU-Caribbean partnerships amid global challenges.
In this world, where there's a clear attempt by some to build spheres of influence, where competing visions of the world order are leading to a more transactional approach to global affairs, where the disruptive potential of intense competition is rising, where something there is no win-win situation but a win-lose situation is what is the right. In this world, Europe's offer is clear. Let's have a look for shared values, for mutual interests, and work together. This is the call of today.
She also announced EU investments in clean energy.
Every region should have its own clean tech value chains, and every region should reap the economic benefits. This is a central goal of Europe's Global Gateway Investment Programme. And today we are launching a new energy transition partnership to produce clean energy and clean hydrogen in the Caribbean. But we are also working on local clean tech value chains. For instance, and I love this project, by turning the dangerous sargassum, this dangerous seaweed, into a source of clean energy. Together we can build local solutions to the most burning global issues.
Caricom leaders are meeting in Barbados for their 48th regular summit, with Guyana's President Dr. Irfan Ali urging swift regional action. Ahead of the talks, he stressed the need for unity in addressing global shifts affecting trade, security, and development.
The historical issues of free movement of people and the trade barriers, we have expressed very strong concerns on the slothfulness of the removal of trade barriers. So at this meeting, Guyana will be pursuing this issue. We will also be not only pursuing this matter of trade barriers, the private sector in Guyana has also raised with us a number of issues in relation to trade barriers. The free movement of people, this is a substantive matter that will have a lot of attention, clarification as we move towards implementation of the free movement within and among states. Transportation, regional transportation system, the expansion of our productive capacity is also an important subject area. That is the ferry system between the region. I believe the regional private sector organization would have advised that they now have a formal presentation to make, and they have made significant progress on this matter. So that, of course, will be discussed at the meeting. We are also going to be discussing climate matters, climate financing, climate resilience, our approach in the changing dynamics of climate change and its implications for the region. For us, we'll be promoting the Biodiversity Summit here also, advancing Guyana's position in relation to an update on the Venezuelan controversy in relation to our borders.
In sports, we kick off with athletics. The Boys and Girls Athletics Championships is set for March 25 to March 29. And responding to concerns about the state of the tracks at the National Stadium, Sports Minister Olivia Grange says the National Stadium track will be resurfaced in time for the event. She told Jamaica Observer that a contract was signed with track manufacturers Rakuten, and work will begin in the coming days. Still on the tracks, on Wednesday, Edwin Allen High School and their male counterparts, St. Jago High, have successfully retained their titles by dominating the second and final day of the Central Athletics Championships at GC Foster College. Edwin Allen girls secured victory with 389 points, followed by Homewood Technical, 310, Hydel, 279, Vera Technical, 204, and St. Jago on 152.5 points. St. Jago finished with 327 points ahead of Edwin Allen, 267, Clarendon College, 132, Manchester High, 110, and St. Catherine High, 72. Moving on now to cricket. The CG United Women's Super 50 Cup is set to kick off in St. Kitts from February 24 to March 7, with 6 teams ready to battle it out for supremacy. Defending champions Jamaica will face tough competition from Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and the Windward Islands, as well as hosts the Leeward Islands. Asira Mohammed reports.
The Trinidad and Tobago Red Force Divas boasts a well-balanced team featuring a mix of senior and younger players. Veterans like Brittany Cooper and Leanne Kirby bring their experience to the squad, playing alongside rising stars such as West Indies women's under-19 captain Samara Ramnath and debutant Amrita Ramtahal, who is making her first appearance in the senior squad. Head coach Marissa Aguilera spoke about the team's focus on fitness to get them their advantage this season.
Yeah, I think preparation has been good leading up to the tournament. There were a few areas that we were focusing on, especially in our fitness department. I think that is something that has been lacking for quite a number of years. Players are not fit and playing, the long format of the game, which is leading them to not being able to execute their skills. So I think they're in a better space. They are having fun, and most importantly, they are understanding their roles and responsibility.
The tournament serves as an opportunity for players to showcase themselves for selection in a busy international calendar for the West Indies women. Newly appointed captain Karishma Ramharak spoke about the honor to lead her country for the first time and the combination of the players on her team.
First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to lead this, team. It's such a huge honor to do so for your country. And I obviously have played a lot of cricket with some of the girls and some of the new ones that's coming about. There's a lot of potential of being, great national and international cricketers. I think for us, the expectations of this tournament is obviously, to go there and execute. So I feel like, the girls are really prepped and ready to, take on the team.
The Trinidad and Tobago Under-20 women's football team kicks off its World Cup qualifying campaign this Friday against Bermuda at the Otto Boldon Stadium. Head coach Darnell Mascal says the squad is one fans will be excited to watch. Adrian Lazar has more.
The Trinidad and Tobago Under-20 women's football team is putting in the extra work ahead of their CONCACAF World Cup qualifying campaign. The Soca Princesses will be opening the tournament against Bermuda in Group E at the Otto Boldon Stadium. Former TNT international and head coach Darnell Mascal has high hopes for her team.
They are a bunch that the fans, I think, would love. They would love to see play. We could compare them to the era where we had Mullen and Yaya and Tasha St. Louis and there, when we actually had the fans rallying behind women's football. I think this group, they can bring that back for us.
Also in Group E are Dominica and Canada. Mascal stated that her players are not focusing on any one team.
Gone are the days where we just look past teams. We will be taking one game at a time. So we're not going to jump ahead and think that, Canada is the only real challenge. We are going to take every game at a time, and I think we make sure the girls stay focused. And we do what we need to do each game, and then we recover, and then we go against for the other game.
Defender and student of the Maple Leaf International School, Calypso Ayong is taking inspiration from the Under-17 women's team successful World Cup qualifying performance.
I've been training with the U17s. I was training with them while they were preparing for the tournament. I saw how excited they were. I saw how much work they put in. And now it's the U20's turn, and I think that we can bring back the same result. And we're very determined. We were very happy with the crowd that we saw for the U17s for their last game, and we hope that the same crowd comes out and supports us Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
Ayong, who is competing in her first tournament for the national team, called it a dream come true.
Played with PBCJ Football Club for many years, and then I got invited to the high performance program, and I've been here since 2022. I think that I've had such a great journey within this program itself, because when I first came, I was definitely not at the level that I'm at today, and I think the way that I've grown has really been a testament to the program and how important it is, but also to myself, because I could have never dreamed to be on this team right now. And the way that I've developed and grown, this is my first time competing in a CONCACAF tournament, and honestly, it's a dream come true.
And that's the news on PBCJ. Thank you so much for watching.